All right. Back at it again. Oh, hold on. Get this IG set up over here too. Okie doke. All right, we good. Okay, where are we? Y'all let me know if audio is good, all of that stuff. Y'all make sure when y'all come on that you like the video. Like it, share it, all of that stuff. All of that, man. Do all of that. I need to close some of these windows though. I got way too much stuff open. Jesus. I can close that. I can close this. Well, actually, I need that open. Hold on. All right, y'all give me a second. Let me get this this link out to out to everyone. That is not what I meant to do. There we go. Hope everyone is having an awesome day thus far. I literally just got an opportunity to get on the platform for the first time just now. First time I've been on today, period. So busy, man, doing shit. Busy running around doing shit. Busy is as busy does. All right. Yep, there we go. Okay. Okay. All right. Facebook group. That'll be that. Okay. All right. Okay, that's interesting. All right, well, we'll keep it moving anyway. Okay, all right, so I believe I have it pushed out everywhere. Let me go live on IG. So some IG notifications can go out. All right, we good to go. Let me open up my chat real quick. Yeah, we ready. I'm focused, man. Oh, that's gonna be, you know what? I think I'm gonna get that as a sound effect. I'm gonna get that. I just thought about that. I gotta pull that as a sound effect. I'm focused, man. I'm getting that. All right, so we got Jelani in the building. Back in the driver's seat. Melanie's here. Jay Carly's in the building. Jeffrey's here. Damon is here. Walker and Stacy on deck. Ooh, that's hard. TA. Damon said TA short for tabernacle. Let's go. Let's go. Ryan, what's happening? All right, so we are good to go. All right, so I am looking at the market. Got a good topic today, another one. Sadiq is in the building. What's up, man? Yep, got another good topic. I want to actually stir up controversial topics. This is not that controversial. This is actually kind of light. Humble Lighting, what's happening? Ralston, what up? And that looks like Daniel over there. What's happening, Daniel? Walker said, Stacy, the party don't start till he walks in. Talk your shit, Walker. Oh, before we do anything, let's get the Don DeMarco out the way. You know it's gonna be a good live. Yes, you know it's gonna be a good live. Yeah, so today's topic is light. What makes trading better than other businesses? That's pretty light. Good topic, nevertheless, though. It will allow us to embellish all that trading has to offer. Trading is better than every business, man, period. Like, it's the best business that there is, period. It just is. This is why, it's one of the reasons why I don't understand why people don't just take the time to give themselves time. You got to give yourself time when you're acquiring an actual skill set. It ain't going to happen overnight. People, for whatever reason, they like this. I don't know why they trying to mess with the YouTube. Yeah, people got this misconception about it being overnight money. I don't know where people get that from, but it is what it is. Oh, that's Jared. What's up, man? All right, he coming over to YouTube. You trading now, so you supposed to make all this money overnight. You trade now, you supposed to be making money every day. You trade now, you supposed to be making 300 a day. Where you getting this stuff from? Like, I really wish that people would just take time to become more educated about trading, because trading is something that requires more education than anything. Otherwise, you get lost in the source of what it ain't. It's too much bullshit on the internet and people talking shit that they don't know about for you to really get caught up in the misconceptions of what trading has to offer. There ain't nothing like this, man. There's nothing like trading the markets. I was having a conversation with somebody today, and in the midst of the conversation, I realized how long I've been doing this for. Because I told him, I was like, yo, 96. And he was like, 96? He was like, I was born in 96. And I'm like, whoa, hold up. Like, I'm talking, like, he's a grown man now. He's born in 96. And I'm like, you was born in 96. That's when I first started, like, learning about trading and investing. And I'm realizing how much time that is. I'm like, yo, that's actually a lot of time. It doesn't seem like it when you doing it. It just, because you always in your mind think that you're young for some reason. Well, that's how I am. I always think I'm young. Like, I'm 42. But it just feels like I'm young. But I'm like, nah, I've been doing this for a long ass time. And the longer that you do it, and the longer that you around it, You see all of these people come and they go. It's like people come into this and then they go, they come into it, they hang around, they can't figure it out, they go. Once you lose enough money, you're gone. As soon as you realize that it's actually harder to do than you thought it was, you're gone. It's like people don't have the stick-to-itiveness to stick around in the industry of trading. And that's something that I've just realized over the years. I'm like, yo, I'm still trading today. Something that I, was interested in way back when I was 14. Really, when I was 12. I'm like, my son is 12. He 12 now. And I'm like, literally when I was his age was when I first started becoming more interested in learning how to trade and finances and investments and all type of shit. And I really did my due diligence to figure out things on my own. So this is why, to me, you really are in a very, very special situation nowadays. You got the internet, you got your phone. I'm like, you realize that when I started looking into investing, the internet didn't even exist yet. We didn't have the internet yet. When I was 14, there was no internet yet. We didn't have it. It didn't exist yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we had to go through all the phases of the internet. Dial up. When you was waiting mad long, you was going to the library to go to the internet. Nobody had a computer in the house yet. This how far back I'm going. And I'm just thinking about all of the time and all of the things that have gone by like over time. And it blows my mind. I'm like, you realize what you have now? We doing shit on the phone. Right now, I'm on a live on the phone, on the internet, broadcasting online. This shit is mind-blowing to me. It's mind-blowing. So every time that I think about, how little time people give this, I'm like, man, you ain't give it no time. Oh, well, I couldn't figure it out after a couple of years. Couple of years ain't shit. I've literally been fucking with this for decades. I've been doing it before there was the internet. When we had to read, you had to go to the library and open up books and read and figure shit out. I'm talking about when you had to open up the Wall Street Journal to get quotes. Who remembers that? You had to open up the Wall Street Journal, Investors Business Daily, to see what stock prices are or whatever prices of whatever you were trading. To see what the prices are, you had to open up the newspaper. There was no real-time ticker. Then I got hyped when they started putting the ticker on TV. When I discovered CNBC and they had the ticker, the prices scrolling at the bottom of the screen, I was hyped. Like, I'm going way, way, way back. When I used to have CNBC on the TV all day. I didn't watch nothing else. I didn't care about anything else. It was CNBC all day. I even knew all the rotation of the shows. All of them. Power Lunch, the one with Maria Bartiromo. Yo, like I could take y'all back just through the years in this industry. And it's like, we come a long, long way. So that's why, like, where we are now, when you look at what you're able to do by just giving yourself time to learn, having this skill, you got this skill and you got a phone and you got a business. You got a full-blown business. I'm talking about where you can scale up. You don't even got to go into a bank. All of the money is electronic. I make a withdrawal. It goes from NADEX to my bank, right? Instantly on the debit card. I didn't even know that until recently. I think Ernest had put me onto it. You can make a withdrawal to your card. It's there in a few hours. What? Like, so you make money, withdraw it, got the money in your bank damn near instantly, and you can use it for whatever you need it. Come on, man. This is a whole nother level, man. It's crazy. It's mind blowing to me. This shit is crazy, man. All right, let me call the comments because I'm getting hyped. I'm getting hyped just thinking about all this shit. Let me see who's up in here. I like what Don is saying early. He said, let's think about this. To start a traditional business, it takes on average 2 to 3 years to really see profits, and trading based on your skill set. You can see profits right away. Facts. Come on, man. Come on. Jake Hart said, I'm sorry, what other business gives you $300 to $500 a day? Man. Thomas, what's happening? Damon said, we need the raw shit today, like clear out all the fuckery online. I got you. I got you today. Let's go. Don hit it right on the head. He said, no overhead, no lengthy paperwork, no convincing people, no advertising. The list goes on. Trading is lit. Come on, man. Oh. I'm telling you, man. I already told you from the beginning, we're going to go in today a little bit. We're going to go in today. Mind you, I'm looking at the market while I'm talking. I'm eyeballing this euro at the corner of my eye. Thomas said, I was a sophomore in high school in 96. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Walker said, what other business can you start with next to nothing and build it to the point where one click can pay your entire month's expenses within a relatively short period of time? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking. Like, this is the type of thing right here that even if you mess up at first, you got to work through all of your shit, whatever. This is why I don't really be, I used to do it. I don't do it anymore. I don't, like pet people. Oh, it'll be okay. I know this takes time, rubbing your head and shit. You don't need me to do that. I'm not doing that no more. I used to do that. I used to be like, nah, you be all right. Now I'm like, yeah, listen, stop your bullshit. Stop your bullshit. Why'd you take that trade? What time was the trade? When was the MRMH? Did you record? Oh, no recording? Where's the recording? I'm not petting you, because you got to understand that this is freedom for you. You don't need to be pet. You don't need to be pet. You need to quit your bullshit. I told y'all we going in today. Stop your shenanigans and train. I don't know what you was doing. I don't know what you were doing while you was taking that trade or looking at the market. Whatever you was doing, you was fucking up. Obviously. So whatever that is, stop doing that shit. Train more and focus. Trade less. Oh, but how am I ever gonna be able to trade if I don't trade? You need to train so you understand why to trade and why not. I'm gonna start making folk tell me why you shouldn't trade, not why you should. We already know why we gonna trade. The market's gonna give us a trade, but I need you to tell me why you not taking the trade. Why? Why didn't you take that binary right there? What was wrong with it? You need to know what was wrong with it. This is a skill that I'm talking about. That's the level of skill that we're dealing with. So this is what creates the business that I speak of. This business where you doing everything from the phone. And just like Walker said, one click, that one trade paying your bills for the month. On one trade. Mind you, a business you scaled up from the bottom. I'm not telling y'all deposit $1,500, $2,000, $5,000 into your account. I'm telling you to deposit $250, which is the minimum initial for NADEX, and then withdraw $150 and leave $100 in there. Leave $100 in there. One contract. And every trade that you're going to take, you're going to learn how to take only winning trades. You're going to learn and be conditioned to not do no bullshit. You're going to learn how to make that one deposit, and that's going to be the only deposit that you make. This is the business I'm talking about. Come on, man. Pay attention. Pay attention. Anyway, let me see. Damon said, not everyone meant to trade too. That's also an angle to look at. Imagine if Steven Spielberg chose to watch 301 every day. See, Steven Spielberg got his own 301. Shit. It's called producing. It's like what, I forgot what I was about to say. Pelly said, trading is used as nothing that can take you to infinity and beyond like Forex and NADEX. All facts. All facts. Don said, I was in the Panera Bread in about 30 minutes, made more money than some people made in a month. Decided to pay for a family's meal. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. Doing shit just because. Come on, man. Come on. Walker said, I was sending notes on pigeons to send to Wall Street with buy and sell orders. Oh, shit. Yo, that's hilarious. Oh, shit. David said, Mark predicted the stock market crash in 29 and still waited for a trade. Yo, that is funny. Oh, shit. Thomas says, skill, the power to create freedom. Yes. Yes. Wilson said, yes, we're talking really power. Absolutely. Willpower. Damon said, Don is the real life Don DeMarco. Yep, let's give it to him. He said he paid for a family's meal with profits. Come on, man. In the Panera Bread. He paid it forward in Panera. Because he felt he got hype off of a trade. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, man. Max was good, man. Pipeline, damn near everything today depends on the internet and the fact that we can make a full-time income for the month in less than 5 minutes. Shit is amazing. It really is. Like, it really is. And I know that people are not realizing that that's what we have the capability of doing. I know that already. It's like, I know that you don't realize that. The majority of people look at, the difficulty involved with doing something, instead of really just focusing on, well, what do I need to do to do that you're doing? Like, I see what you're doing. You said you on the phone trading. I want to learn how to do that. You on your laptop. You on this. You on that. You understand what I'm saying? So when you see all of that, it inspires you because you're like, yo, whatever it is that he's doing, first of all, I know I can do the same thing. Because first of all, you're on the phone. So if you're on the phone doing what you do, that already changes the whole dynamic. Because that means that you plugged into everything that people do today. Like everything's different now. Internet made everything different. The game is different. I'm telling you, I remember when you used to have to, you needed like $10,000 to $25,000 to open up an account with any brokerage. Charles Schwab. I remember when E-Trade came along. I think the minimum with E-Trade was $1,000. And I was hype off of that. I was like, ooh, it's only $1,000. Mind you, only $1,000. This was my thought process back then. Because I kid you not, when I had to open up an account early, 25 racks. 25,000. Crazy. So, it's not a game, man. We have come a long way. And the opportunity that we have today is not comparable to anything else that is out there, period. I don't care what you tell me about. I really don't. No overhead. Come on, man. Like, it's all of these different things that you're able to benefit from. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yep. Max said you can recover from your foolishness. Right. Come on, Max. That was hard. Listen to what he just said. You can recover from your foolishness. That is exactly what I'm saying about giving yourself the time that you need. People don't give themselves a chance because they don't give themselves the time. You don't give yourself the time. Think about it. You got to remember, like when people see how I'm moving now in the market, understand that everything that I'm able to do has a lot to do with the time that I've spent, because I didn't just spend idle time throughout all of these years. From when I was trading back and when I left my last job, this was 2006. I wasn't spending idle time before that. I had already been trading for years up to 2006. You understand? I think I talked about this yesterday. So I already had basically from age 14 to age 28. That's 14 years. I was already when I was 28, I was 14 years in already with the knowledge. Make sense? So that goes to show you, well, damn, you got to put time into, and remember, this is me doing this on my own with no mentorship, no nothing, just the market messing up, losing money, and then figuring out how not to mess up and lose money anymore. Doing it until I figured it out. This is what I'm talking about. Whole nother level, man. All right, Eddie. Okay, I'm gonna get back to you on it, Eddie. When you say that, you're talking about like options, like you talking about stock or index? You talking about those? Just so that I'm clear. Like traditionals? Right, but you mean stock or index? Or you just stock? Okay, so on stocks, I got you. All right, yeah. So I'm gonna give you some feedback on it. I'll give you some feedback on it. Yep, surely will. Let me see. Yeah, J. Carl, you saw how quick it happened, right? The guillotine came out immediately. That shit was like, whoosh. Off with his head. Off with his head, man. Like, come on, man. Get out of here. Off with his head. I'm Alice in Wonderland right now. The queen. Off with his head. Damon said Green Beret shit. Oh man. I don't know who saw the 355G, if anybody recorded it. I saw Walker mention it, but I'm not sure if any of y'all recorded it. If so, then post that in the chat if you don't mind. Don said Forex trader before the internet, you needed minimum 500,000, right? Because there was a time in Forex where it wasn't designed for retail traders at all. It wasn't designed for us, like for regular people. Forex has always been traded by the banks. They've always, dealt with currency all the time because they make money by exchanging currency. Like, so when you want to go to another country and you want to go there with the currency of the country that you're going to be traveling in, you would be able to walk into a bank and exchange your dollars for whatever currency you want to take with you. And then they charge you whatever the commissions are on that. So that's one of the services that banks used to make a lot of money off of. Then I know American Express has started offering like a similar service. So they started competing with the banks. So then it became, different ways you could go about doing it. But when it's all said and done, eventually Forex became something that was available to retail traders. And even when it was available to us initially, the minimum was larger at first. Like when you first could open up a Forex account, minimums were bigger until they started allowing for more leverage. They let you open up a mini account, which was like one tier down from a standard size account. So instead of trading standard lots, you could trade mini lots. Even, I'm telling you, even before mini lots and all that, when I first opened up a Forex account, I think my first account was with FXCM. I think that the minimum was 10,000 and you had to trade standard lots. Period. You was trading standard lots. It was $10 a pip. One pip, $10. So there was no room for error and messing up, and you know what I'm saying? Otherwise you'd be burning through money like it was going out of style. So it's like you had to figure it out fast. Another thing too, no demos. I didn't even know what a demo account was until like 2011. I had already been trading for years and didn't even know what a demo was. One day somebody told me, it was like, "Oh, why don't you just use a demo account and practice?" I was like, "What's a demo account?" I didn't even know what it was. I'm telling you, shit has changed. It has changed. Thomas said he's here at the job now, grateful, not satisfied because I'm not free. So while I'm at work, I'll use my 8-hour time to meditate and listen to 301 until my skill pulls me out to freedom. Woo, woo. Come on, Thomas. Telling y'all, man. Yep. Damon said, what's crazy is our trading system is reverse engineering versus the rest of the industry. What binary options firms tell you to start from $100? They too scared. Yeah, what? They'll laugh if you try to start with an account that small. You're like, oh, you're gonna mess that up. But no. You focus. Why can't you take 100 to wherever you want to go? Why can't you turn 100 to 500 first? Like, this is even before you start doing anything with trading. TNT, what's happening? Why can't you take $100 to 500 first? People want to start with 1,000 and try to take 1,000 to 1,000,000. How you gonna take 1,000 to 1,000,000 when you can't take 100 to 200? The skill set is the same. And if you're starting at the bottom, I would imagine that there's less pressure because there's a smaller dollar amount that you started with. I'm just saying psychologically. You start with $100, your mentality and your energy is a little different than if you start with 1,000. You start with 1,000, you're kind of nervous. You're nervous just off of the fact that it's $1,000. The average person. What if you start with 100? See, if you don't got skill, that's what it is. If you don't have skill, you can't take 100 nowhere. And that's what the issue is with people. You know that you don't have the skill. That's why you don't want to start with 100. Because you're like, oh, 100 I don't think that's enough. It definitely ain't enough if you're going to be losing. But why would you, if you know that 100 feels like pressure to you, because you don't feel like you got enough room for error. If you know that you're feeling like that from $100, why would you want to deposit more? It doesn't make any sense. Why would you want to lose more? Because that's what's going to happen. You think because you deposit more, you're going to lose less? I don't understand the logic behind that. And really what you're doing is you're depositing to compensate for the lack of skill. You trying to shortcut your way to a larger balance. Come on now. See, I'm going to start preaching on this shit. You trying to compensate for that. Can't do it. Let me look at the euro real quick. Take a look at this. Euro right now still doing too much. It is still doing too much. Needs to slow down some. Needs to move less. It's moving too far. It's moving too far. It needs to not move as far first. All right. Let me come back. Oh, Jelani said he had caught the recording, but it had Weeble in it. Okay. Walker, it looked like something, but I'm seeing Wick, so I barely cared. It was valid, but I don't give a I don't give a F about that with them stupid wicked wicks of the West hanging around. The wicked wicks. Oh, snap. JT, what up? Wicked wicks. I like that. Jared, between this and Forex, I'm learning that in order to build a house, you first have to have a solid foundation, because if you're not on a solid foundation, your house will crumble. Facts. Facts. Jared, that's what 301 is. 301 for us is the foundation. Very well said. Yep. Eddie said he gonna send a pic this week of his orange TA hat by my black HD and burnt orange Chevy truck. Oh shit. Eddie gonna send me the swag. Send me the swag. Send me the drip, Eddie. Yes. He said the orange cap with the burnt orange Chevy. Come on, let's go. Yeah, that's gangster. Your cap match your car? I'm gonna start doing that. Like I'm gonna get a candy painted something, and I'm gonna have the cap to match. For real. Real drippy. That's hard right there. I like that. He said, I hope people have been saving and buying silver and gold bars. He said, I was leasing a burnt orange Toyota Tacoma, the 4x4. Nice. Nice. Yeah, buying silver is very smart. And if you can afford it, gold too. You can buy gold in grams. And we talking about physical. We talking about the physical metal. Yep. I've been buying silver every week since, I think, 2012 or something like that. 2011, 2012. Every week. Wow. Walker said your account will disappear before you even knew the deposit process. Messing around. Don said some people take $1,000 to $10. David said 1,000 to 10 and then can't take no more trades. Right. Exactly. Max said if you double 20 times, you'll accumulate over 20 million. Imagine the possibilities with this. Life goals. Boom. There you go. There you go. What I found to be most accurate with this in general is that as your account grows, you're learning how to navigate bigger numbers. You're learning how to emotionally deal with your money growing. This is another psychological aspect of trading. You have to manage your emotions when your balance grows. This is why I like to hide the balance feature on the platform. Why do you think I stress that so much? This way you don't look at the balance at all. You focus on what you're doing. You focus on applying the process that we use. Wait for that trade to come. You already scaled up. You change it in your preferences, one trade after the next. Every time that you're able to scale up according to the spreadsheet, and then get busy and get to work. And don't worry, don't even think about the money. The money's not even an afterthought until you withdraw it. That's Don DeMarco right there. The money not even a thought till you take it out. Come on, man. That's hard. That shit gave me chills just now. I don't know who caught that, but that was chills. JT said no wicks is the chart for the quick glance for those that need the chart. Right. He said my homegirl said you need to make Don DeMarco a ringtone. She be walking around talking about Don DeMarco. Oh shit. He said it's the same trade. It ain't even about the money. Exactly. Right. Same trade, same process, over and over, man. That's it. Over and over. Jay Carter said you have enough colors to match all the cards. I do. That's why I thought about it. I was like, wait, damn. I already got the caps. Now I got to get the cards. Oh, shit. David said, I could feel the drip, that TA trip. That TA drip. We the first ever $100 investors. $100 to $100,000 gang. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I always talk about how like this is historical and epic and big. I'm like, people get impressed and hyped over seeing big numbers instead of seeing the process that led to the numbers. Listen, it ain't about the big number. It's about how to get there. How do you get to them big numbers? Can you get there from a small number? That's the question. Can you get there from a small number? And that's it. Let me take a look at this euro real quick. Euro is stabilizing. Euro is stabilizing. Let me see what this does now. Yep, Euro is stabilizing. It is also ranging. It's more so ranging now. Like it's beginning to show the first signs of ranging now, and it actually needs to stabilize more. It needs to stabilize, but it is ranging. So that's already a good sign, without a doubt. Yes, indeed. Damon said gold shooting past all-time highs is crazy. Yeah, gold was like, did it go over 2,000 yet? It was 19 something, right? Walker said definitely been stacking silver, been trading silver and using paper profits to buy physical silver too, all the time. All the time. Don, yep, and that's why most athletes go broke, because they get a windfall of money and unconsciously don't know how to deal with it because they weren't building a true foundation. Right. Exactly. And you know, something else that happens too when people get like a lot of money, they be scared to lose it. But the crazy thing is that they'll spend it because they're afraid of losing it in a different way. It's weird. It's like when they spend it on something, they look at what they spend it on as what they have to show for the money. which is absurd because what you're spending it on more than likely is something that is an expense. Like it's a liability. You buying cars and clothes. Yeah, you got your clothes to show, but those are wasted assets. Like your money ain't gonna grow because you bought clothes. You're not invested in anything. So I think about that too. Like when people get a lot of money, what they spend money on is crazy. But that's how, it is sometimes when people just haven't been in that position before where they had that much money available to them at one time. So it was new for them. JT said, this the well that never dries because we don't dip in it every day. Ooh, that's a Don DeMarco right there. Whoa. That was hard. Jawbone, Peach, bro. I'm going to rejoin TA. Been MIA for a couple of years, but I'll be making it back. Do your thing, Jawbone. Do your thing, man. TA not going nowhere. Jeffrey, it's not the trade, it's the freedom provided by learning and skill. TA is the way. That's it. It just is what it is. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I see the EU moving around a little bit more now. I'm going to take another look at that in a moment. Oh, excuse me. Don said faith is the substance of things hoped for with evidence not seen. 100 to infinite growth. That's it. That's it. I did a live stream one time talking about capital. Oh, gold is at 2017? Wow. Okay. Salim, what's up? He said gold might come down any day now, though, because it's in uncharted territory. It's no telling. It's no telling. It's interesting right now, just in the markets overall. Oh, excuse me. It's like gold, Bitcoin. They're moving outside of the trading areas that they've been in for so long, like for years. You're starting to see them move now. And I know that a lot of it has to do just with what's going on economically and just where people's attention is going at the time. You got a lot more people trading right now, like on little apps and stuff like that. A lot of them are in these markets. They're in Bitcoin, they're in gold, all of that is contributing also to the price appreciation. So I know that has something to do with it as well. Typically, I pay more attention to things when the opportunity is there. You know how people are. Like the majority of people think like this. They see the market going up, they want to get in. They want to get in when the market is at all-time highs. It's insanity. Do your due diligence, take your time, and realize that the opportunity is not in the all-time high movement. The opportunity is when nobody wants to buy it. That's what creates an opportunity. Just like the opportunity for Bitcoin recently was in March. That same day when the stock market had crashed. Remember when the stock market had dropped by more points than during the 87 crash? I forgot what date it was. It was March something. But that same day was the same day that Bitcoin dropped to 3,500 or whatever it was. That was the opportunity right there. So the opportunity is when it's out of favor. Nobody wants to get into the market. Oh, the market's down now. It's not looking too good. You know what? Let me go take a look and see what's going on. Let me go peek real quick. That's how you spot the opportunities. And it's so funny that that's the opposite of how the average person is thinking when they look at the markets. So again, man, education, like educate yourself on how to take advantage of opportunity when it comes. It's the opportunity that creates the wealth and the income. That's how you profit and make money. You got to get into whatever it is when nobody wants it. Then when it increases in value and more people want it, you sell it to them people. Kind of sound familiar, huh? Kind of sound like what we be doing. We on this exchange, outsmarting people in the market. They don't know the market better than we do. We understand behavior better than they do. I'll take that. Let me get that. I'll take it. Oh, this thing down already? Hold on. I gotta charge this. Some of y'all haven't liked the video yet. Please make sure that y'all like the video. There's about 19 people that have not liked the video. Please give a thumbs up. Damon said a lot of rich people have miserable lives because they never worked in the person and the character. Right. That's another conversation for another day. I agree. You're right about that. Jared, the plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty. Hard. That's hard. Yo, it's a lot. It's so much nuggets in scriptures. It's crazy. A lot of nuggets in the scriptures, man. A lot of nuggets. There's a scripture, Ecclesiastes 10:19. Says, a feast is made for laughter and wine maketh merry, but money answers all things. That's in the book, man. That's in the book. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. That's in the book. It's in there. David, what's up, man? Right. Damon said when the market's going up, you look to sell. Right. Right. Because you're selling now that you have already purchased at a previous time, during a time when nobody wanted to buy. That was the opportunity right there. And that's how you do. You just rinse and repeat that. Yep. Damon, when the markets are going down, you look for pivotal levels to buy, but that takes training of the markets. Where the big boys trade is where the money is. Right, for trading in the market. Absolutely. Yes. But again, this takes patience and discipline. That's the bag Mark teaches us. Right. Yeah. See, like, because the vehicle that we have by being on the NADEX platform is crazy. It's just crazy. Because NADEX binaries run every 5 minutes. So these opportunities that we can take advantage of, when the market positions itself properly, there will be an opportunity. Why? Because there's 5 minutes on each binary. So that means it don't matter when the market decides to do what we need it to do. Whenever that is, there will be an actual option available to trade. I'm telling you, man, this is it's so scientific. Well, Mark, why do you trade the 5 minute binaries? It's scary to trade those. Why would it be scary if you understand the market? When you understand the market, trading is not scary anymore. Trading is fun. When you understand why you not taking a trade and why you not losing no money right now, you know how good that feels? It feels awesome. Especially when you understand somebody else lost their money. Somebody else just lost their account. Like right now, as I'm speaking, somebody just blew another account. Just like that. Not even understanding why. Ain't nothing worse than looking at the slow death. You ever see them binaries where it be moving and it's inching its way, and you like, oh, please hold. Oh, come on, just stay above, please. You begging the market to stay above, and then them last 5 seconds, slow death. And it goes below, and you're like, oh. People are going through that. People got to deal with that. We ain't going to be in that trade, and we know why we're not going to be in the trade. That's empowering, man. That's a skill set. The ability to dodge that. We dodging that all day. Market is handing out slaps all day, and we dodging the slaps. We just like Mayweather. Mayweather, Ali shit. Ali dancing around the ring. He's like, yeah, I ain't messing with y'all. Oh shit. Ali dancing around the ring. Oh shit. JT said after I did Macy's, not doing stocks anytime soon. Who knew Corona would hit? NADEX currency stayed relevant all day. All day. David said bob and weave in the market. Telling you, man. Telling you. Floating like a butterfly. Rumble, young man, rumble. He said, what he said? He said, hands can't hit what your eyes can't see. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Yo, that is the definition of TA right there. Hands can't hit what your eyes can't see. You don't even see us in the market. Come on, man. You don't even see us. But we there. We know what's happening at all times. It don't matter when we looking at it. Come on, man. People be playing. People's playing games with this. Yes, the greatest. Facts. Oh, man. Don said he was listening to Proverbs a half hour ago. The vibe. Hand to the diligent become rich. Yes. Solomon. Yep. Max, 12 opportunities every hour, 276 every day. Exactly. Exactly. Yep. And that's why when you're willing to wait for the market to give you the opportunity, the opportunity that belongs to you is money in the bank. Literally. Like literally, that's the withdrawal. That's gonna be a withdrawal right there. Money in the bank. Come on, man. Patience. Don said, clueless traders is saying, please hold on, drip, drip, change my drawers. Mark G, people who think 5-minute binaries are risky are funny to me. I've never heard of a 5-minute binary before TA, so I never projected anything onto them. I only know what I've been taught by TA. And only been taught the truth. And I say that a lot too, like as far as one of the things that I always hope for and kind of, you know, if I could wish for it, I would. I would wish that people run into TA before they just start messing around with the market, man. It's like before you start running into other shit, that's gonna confuse you before you start messing with signals. It's like if we catch you before that, man, the future's bright. Future is bright. Yes, indeed. Oh, I see the picture. Eddie rocking the orange cap. Nice. Nice. Very, very nice. Let me see. I don't think y'all can see it. I'm gonna share it in the chat now. Hold on. Eddie looking real cool. He looking real cool. Cool as a fan. Nice. Very nice. David said, I'm a boy. You said wrong trade, you'll get violated. Yep, definitely. Dodging trades and touching the market on his head like Ali taunting the whole time. Yep. Yep. You ain't gonna hit me. You can't catch me to hit me. Nope. Oh, Mark, did you take a trade? Nope. I thought you took a trade every day. Nah, who told you that? Nah, man. My trades hit like Tyson. 55 years. How old is Tyson now? How old is Tyson? Tyson is 50s, right? Yo, I saw him training the other day. You seen him hitting the mitts? Oh my God. I'm like, whoever's gonna fight him is retarded. Anybody wants to fight Mike Tyson now, how he looks now? May you rest in peace. Sheesh. Man, I want my trades hitting like that. Don says signals make you weak, like relying on a ventilator for oxygen. Signals got you looking like you got the COVID, man. On the ventilator, for real. Eddie said he was wearing long jeans on the motorcycle, of course. I'm sure, Eddie. Yeah, Eddie was looking good, man. Cool as a fan. IG just cut off, but I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back on IG also. All right, we should be good. We back up? Yep. Okay. Damon said Mark is making us rich right now, making gold nugget deposits into our mental account. I'm richer than Warren Buffett now, listening to this every day. Come on, man. Whew. That's hard. That's hard right there. Eddie said, you are correct, sir. Ernest, what's up? He said, fuck it, we'll do it live. Do it live. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know. I know. And they showed a clip from Roy Jones. I was like, Roy got to step up. I'm like, Roy, you're going to have to come a little harder than that. Taylor girl, what's up? Like, Roy, you're going to have to come a little harder than that, man. I was like, damn. Yeah, Mike looking crazy. He was hitting, the sound from hitting the mitts. I was like, oh. Like, I'm just cringing from the sound of the pop. And he's so fast. I was like, wait. Is he fast? Is he as fast as he was when he was Iron Mike? At 55? Or whatever, however old he is. He's just looking crazy in the ring. He's looking crazy in the ring, man. Crazy. Oh, that's what that was, a Bill O'Reilly rant? Oh, shit. Damon said Mike been on that told to makes him even worse than most fighters his age. You trade signals, you shouldn't get on YouTube teaching trading. You spreading the virus to other traders, you should self-quarantine for 2 weeks. Wow. Ernest said Tyson's selling weed. He's selling weed? He in that CBD oil thing, right? I thought he had I think Tyson had Bitcoin machines too. For a while ago. This EU looking good right here. Hold on. Let's see what this do. Let's see what this EU do right here. What time is it? 4:40? See, you looking good right here, boy. What you gonna do, EU? Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? All right, it is stable, but it ain't ready yet. Close, man. Damn, I was close. Not there yet. Not quite there. I do like how this is looking, though. This is how the market tends to look going into the close. And it sets up for the reopen. More likely than not, it'll continue like with what it's doing now. So I do like this. I like this, especially going into the close. Yep. I like it. J. Carly, that knockout green. Nah, I'll pass. Yeah, same difference. Weed, cannabis. Yeah, all the same shit. Damien Roy Jones need to smoke what Mike is smoking. Mike is 301 in boxing. Yeah, he looking crazy, man. He looking like he shouldn't fight nobody because he gonna hurt whoever he hit. That's how he look. I'm like, I don't know who he training with, but whoever he training with, it's different too because he's older also. Like, kids is big. Your kids are grown. Well, his kids are grown now, right? Kids is grown. You ain't really got shit to do. You relaxing. I think he got some kind of podcast going on. He doing little shit that's getting him money, so he comfortable. He relaxed. He's like, you know what? Let me go back in the gym. Let me get back in the gym. He gets back in the gym and then starts boxing. Whew. Come on, man. Like, you got to remember, like, this is somebody who loved to box. That's what he do. It ain't like he just going there just to do it. He boxes. Come on, man. He getting trained from an MMA coach. Man. So he getting trained with mixed martial arts, right? Yeah, and their mental was crazy. The mental, the discipline with the way that they be training is different. It's different. So I can't even imagine you training a traditional boxer with that level of discipline with his craft. No wonder he looked like that. Man, so that fight really gonna happen with him and Roy Jones? Yeah, definitely flexibility. Hell yeah, and speed, breathing, all of that. Salim said true boxing is too lax. I know what you mean by that. I know exactly what you're saying. No, I like Roy Jones too. I like Roy Jones, and I do remember that time. I forgot who he was fighting, but somebody hit him, and he fell on the canvas. I think he hit his head, and he caught like, he was looking like the mummy, like a mummy. Like, he hit his head the wrong way, and his body like seized up. I forgot who was fighting, but whoever he was fighting that time rocked him, and he hit his head on the mat, and his body was freezing up. It was looking crazy. Yeah, I'm saying he don't look right to be fighting Mike Tyson. Definitely not. I don't know what he doing now, but the footage that I saw, I was like, he gonna have to step that up. If you're gonna fight Mike, you ain't ready for Mike looking like that. Like, Mike was looking like a lion in the cage eating a piece of steak. Like, he was just hungry, just hitting, boom, pow, 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 fast and hard. The way that he was training, it just was crazy. It just was crazy. Yep. So compared to Mike, nah, he wasn't ready when I saw him. And I do like Roy Jones, definitely. Roy Jones was another one with a long career. He had a lot of fights. I think, how many fights did Roy lose? He might have lost like 2 or 3, right? I don't think he lost that many. Hashtag I'm a loser. Oh shit. The loss hit before the deposit hit. Oh snap. Snap. He said Jones got no skills, only a good rap song. Even Roy Jones was forced to lean back. I think he had approached Fat Joe about that song, about that line, because that was a line in one of the Fat Joe's songs. He said even Roy Jones was forced to lean back. I think he was talking about when he got knocked down. He ran up on Fat Joe because of that. Wise Eye, what's up? Yup, he sure did. Crazy. But it is interesting to see all of these different reasons why people just don't get this trading thing. They don't get it. People try, it seems like they try to no avail, like they can't figure it out. It's crazy, man. It's simple, man. It's very simple though. But it's complicated for people because they just have not figured it out themselves. But it's real simple. Why you ain't making no money, man? You don't understand the market. Yeah, I think I saw some of that interview because he was talking about he didn't want to fight Roy Jones. He's like, he didn't want Roy to hit him. Yeah, that was a good interview. I actually did trade futures. Yep, at one point I did. As a matter of fact, I think what was I trading? I think I was trading the E-minis for a little while. I did that for like a few months. And then like almost immediately around that same time was when I had initially discovered Forex. So I went from futures to Forex like that. As soon as I saw Forex, I was like, oh, this is it right here. This is it. The E-mini futures is different, man. You got to be, first of all, you need way more money. The margin requirements were much higher. And when I ran into Forex, I was like, all right, no more futures, no more nothing. Then, when I like read up on what the currency markets were, and I started understanding this is the largest actual market in the world and all of that, and understood why, I was like, this ain't going nowhere. Definitely not. And that was it. That was all she wrote. So my Forex career began right there. This was in 2004. Yep. Don said, trading is professional money. It's not working for your money. Most people can't grasp that, only the specialists. Right. Well, yeah, exactly. Exactly. You need 10,000 to buy one coffee contract. Yeah. And that's another thing too, because someone had approached me at one time about market making. And I really didn't understand that much about it. All I knew was that it was completely out of my range. I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I was like, nah, I don't like how that sounds. But someone had approached me about that. Someone had approached me about being a trader on, was it the CBOE? It was either the CBOE or what's the other one? Is it NYMEX? I think it's NYMEX. The Mercantile Exchange, that one. It was, yeah, both of those exchanges. One guy had approached me about the Chicago Board of Options. Another guy had approached me about becoming a floor trader on the Mercantile Exchange. And he was breaking it down. It was like, got to raise capital. If you can raise the capital, this the minimum for it. And he was talking about like millions of dollars. I was like, no, I don't got that. I was like, I'm not dead like that. Like, I don't even know what you're talking about right now. I'm not talking your language right now. This was at that time. I'm like, you talking seven figures. I'm not in seven figures yet. He was talking big money. I was like, where are you getting all of this money from? Hell do y'all be doing? Yep. But he told me, he said he was already at that time trading for 14 years on the floor. He was like, most of these, most of the floor traders don't make it. The average floor trader, they're probably going to be gone in a year or two, this and that. I'm like, that sound to me like that's not a high success rate at all for anybody that come in. He was like, no, but you need a good team and you need, to get the right traders together. He's like, that's why I'm coming to you, because I know that you know how to trade. I was like, yeah, I know how to trade my account. Shit. You talking about trading millions of dollars, and I'm not, like, I don't even want to know what it is now. Because then he was breaking down all of like the intricacies of what they got to do on the floor. And he was showing me, like he was like, yeah, you see the dudes down there with the red coats. He was like, those are the runners. And then like this dude over here, that section over there, that's our what's the name section. And that's where we get our bids. And over here is where we get the offers. So we're doing coffee over there. I was like, no. I was like, this shit sounds stressful. I'm not trying to invite more stress. It's like I've always been like that. I never wanted to participate in something that I knew was going to stress me out. Never wanted to do it. I remember when the broker that I was working for as an apprentice, and this was early when I was like 16, 17, guy hired me to be an apprentice for a brokerage that he was working for on Wall Street. And at that time, I was trading my account too. So it was always somebody impressed by seeing how I traded, and they wanted me to trade with them or do something with them. So this dude hired me as an apprentice, and I figured, like, I'm young. This would be great. This is a great opportunity for me to learn just about how the market works and how things work behind the scene with the brokerage and all of that shit. But mind you, my job was to make cold calls. Like the job was, you got to cold call high income individuals. You calling doctors, you calling lawyers, you calling people with money. And you got to get them on the phone, keep them on the phone long enough. You're trying to persuade them to basically put enough money with the idea that you have. So like you might be talking about a particular stock. It depends on what stock we talking about for that time. Like it'll change maybe every 2 weeks or something like that. I remember at the time we were doing Intel. So Intel was the stock that we was pushing. And I don't know why, usually these brokers will be involved in a stock that they're making more commissions from when people buy the stock. Like that's the whole idea, kind of like of these smaller shops. But this, at the time, it wasn't a smaller shop. I think that this might have been Solomon Brothers. It was either Solomon Brothers or was it Smith Barney? It was one of the two. I think it was Solomon Brothers. So the idea at the time was Intel. So this was right before the tech bubble, when all of that went on, right? And we pushing Intel. So we're trying to explain what Intel is and how the chips and the processors and the speed and how it's going to be the new thing for like all computers will have it. And all of this shit that you got to know about Intel, that's part of the pitch. You got to keep them on the phone long enough to hear what you're talking about. Mind you, they're like, well, can you call me back right now? I got to, I'm with a client right now. No. Just give me 1 second. Just give me 2 seconds of your time. I can't, like you trying to convince them to stay on the phone. So you got to think of all type of shit to say just to keep them on the phone. And you're doing this all day. This is what you're doing all day, calling these people. We must have called like an average day was like anywhere from 400 to 600 phone calls. This is what you're doing as an apprentice. You're sitting at a desk. You got a stack of cards that's like this. And you're going through the cards one by one. And every card has a number on it for who you contacting and let you know what they do. Like, so you know their name, you know how much they make, whatever information is there. You going through all of this, you trying to break it all down, keep them on the phone. It's mad shit that you got to do to try to keep them on the phone. And you're doing this with hundreds and hundreds of calls, like every day, just trying to keep them on the phone. So I learned about all of these different ideas working as an apprentice. That's how I found out about Intel. Cause I'm like, wait, I'm like, this is a good idea. This Intel shit is actually good. This is great. And this is right around the time when Microsoft was kind of like popping. Microsoft, Intel, what else was getting popular at that time? This might have been right before AOL. AOL wasn't popping yet. AOL came later. But anyway, it just was, so it was nonstop all day, every day. Stress. And I'm like, yo, I can't do this forever. So in my mind, I'm like, I got to trade my way out of all of this shit. I got to figure out how to trade for myself so I don't have to do this. Like, I didn't want to be a stockbroker. I learned a lot doing that, but I knew I didn't want to do that. Cause I'm like, nah, man, it never stops. You always on the phone talking to somebody. And of course, when you do well and you become popular, you know, you make somebody some money, they're going to invest more money with you. That's kind of the idea. So one of the things that I did do very well is I figured out how to keep people on the phone. I would keep them on the phone long enough just to listen to me. And then when I would break down like what was actually going on with the stock, I used to get a lot of leads, like relatively speaking. I would get leads every day. There wouldn't be no days that went by where I wasn't getting people that were going to invest money in whatever the idea was at the time. And I think that when we had a meeting that first month when I was there as an apprentice, you know, they go through all the numbers and let you know like how many calls you made and how many leads came as a result of you. So now I wasn't a broker. I was an apprentice to a broker. So I'm doing all these phone calls for the broker, the guy that hired me. And they showed me the numbers. I was like, oh shit. And then he showed me what he made in commission off of the leads that I sent to him. He was breaking me off too, like on the low, and he didn't have to, but that's how much business we were generating at the time. And he was like, yo, you're gonna kill this. It's like, this is what you was born to do this. I was like, I don't know about all that because this is stressful. Like, I understand we doing it, but this is a lot of stress. Like, you talking about, I would take the train, go to work early. I'd be on the train like 6:30, 7 o'clock. I wouldn't get home until 8 o'clock. I'm like, you realize how many, that's a lot of hours. And then on top of that, the train ride, like on the subway, was like an hour going and an hour coming back. So that means I'm out the house like 14, 15 hours just out the house. Then still got to get home and eat and do other shit. It just was too much. I was like, nah, man, it's too much. So I figured out how to just like trade. And this, like, so I'm kind of giving you an idea of like how all of this was born. Like, why did you want to trade? That's why I wanted to trade. Because I didn't want to be a broker. I was like, nah, I can't do that. I can't do this forever. No, you can make so much money. I was like, nah, I'd rather just trade for myself. I'm like, if I could call these people and tell them about the idea, maybe I should just look at the idea too. Let me look at Intel, see what it is. And that's how initially I was making a lot of money. Then I learned how to trade options. When I ran into options on stocks, oh, yo, I ain't gonna lie, I was doing all right. This was before I was 20. I wasn't even 20 yet. Yo, I wasn't even 20. Yo, as a matter of fact, I'm thinking back too. I had a car before I had a driver's license. I had a car at 16. Didn't have a license yet. Didn't even have a permit. Bought the car first. So as I think back, I'm like, yo, I really was always like into this, like real heavy. And that's why I'm like this now. Like I'm kind of the same way. I'm just passionate about trading. Like I love trading. I love it. So just the idea of being able to trade for yourself because of what you know is crazy to me. It's just crazy. And that's why I'm like, yo, people really don't understand what they have today. Because when I go back in time and I think about all of the shit that I used to have to go through, I'm like, damn, man. Like back in the day, first of all, you had to have thousands of dollars just to have an account. I remember when when I turned 18, I finally can get an account like in my own name, because before that, I was opening accounts in my sister's name. I was doing the uniform gift to minors. So I would open the account in her name so I can open the account, but it would be for my benefit. And that way I could control the actual investing that I was doing in the account. I was doing shit like that. So I wasn't even 18 yet. Like legally, I wasn't even supposed to have no account, but I was doing it that way. So by the time I was 18, opening up my own accounts, and I started going into, other markets, like I stepped up from the stock market, stock options, index options, then transitioned into futures. And that's what I was talking about with the E-minis, started trading that. Now, mind you, at that time, to open up a futures account, you had to have 25,000 off the rip. And I had that just to open the account. We ain't even talking about trading yet. And then the E-minis, I think that they were either $500 or $1,000 a contract or something like that. And I was trading 10 contracts at that time. Then shortly thereafter, after futures, then that's when I discovered Forex later. And by the time I discovered Forex, that's when it was all over. I was like, oh shit, this is it right here. It just was like a much better fit for what in my head I knew I could do as far as trading goes, and like building and growing my account. So that's what I learned how to do the longest, was Forex. And then Forex is what allowed me to actually quit my job in 2006, because I was already trading. And I was like, all right, listen, I want to make enough money so that I already have twice what I earn up from my job already in my account before I leave the job. And I was like, when I do that, then I quit the job. And that's what I did. So I built up my account that big and then left the job in 2006. And that's it. That was all she wrote. All she wrote. Never looked back, never had a job since. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I'm telling y'all, man, what y'all got in your hands today, my gosh, it's crazy. Micah said every day on TA's pure gems. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Don said you needed 10,000 to buy one coffee contract. Yep. He says the slippage is bad too. That's why high margins are required. Right. Exactly. Knew a guy that processed orders on the mercantile. He had a guy on the phone who lost 250,000 and heard him commit suicide over the phone. That's what being uneducated in the market will do to you. There's a lot of them stories too. There's a lot of them stories. Yep. A lot of them stories. Yep. Very sad. Shani said Roy too light in the case to bang with Mike. Yeah, Roy just needs to I don't know, man. I don't know. He got a lot of cojones to just want to be in the ring with that dude. Mike is looking like an animal right now, man. Looking like an animal. Walker said you got to learn some super impromptu BS powers with that position. Yeah. As an apprentice, it was crazy. It was crazy. He said, wait, don't hang up. Start crying, I'm dying. Just hear my last words for a sec. And I'm telling you, like, they made movies like kind of going into how that environment is. And when you see them yelling and screaming at like the people that are on the phones and calling them all kind of names, that was real. Like that really happened. David said, he said you sold with Bistics too. Oh shit. That's funny. That's from Boiler Room, right? Yeah, I think that was the stock that they was pushing in Boiler Room. In the movie Boiler Room. That was a good movie. Very good movie. Yeah, but that was all of that was real. The way that they used to be talking to them, I never got spoken to like that because I just was on the phone all day, and not only that, like he was my man, so he would never talk to me like that. But they used to be talking to them like that. Why are you not on the phone? Hey, what the hell are you doing? Like if like they be on their break, they be in the break room, and you'll see like their broker come in, busting on them. What the hell are you doing? Oh, I'm taking a break. We don't take breaks. Like flipping on them. I'm like, damn, he trying to eat his oodles and noodles. He just trying to eat something. Damn. Ripping them. We don't take breaks. Get on the phone. Get back, pick up the phone. Screaming on them. And I'm like, whoa. And see, that was another reason too. Like, it's like I didn't like that. Like, I really didn't like that. I was like, I don't like that. I would never talk to nobody like that either. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't like this. So if you got to be like that to be a broker, this definitely is not for me. Yep, I didn't want to do that. Salim said, Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah. Yep, just like that. It's the same environment. I kid you not. It was really like that. Yep. It's crazy. Oh, Sopranos. Right. Yeah, well, Bistics was in Sopranos. That's right. Oh, matter of fact, what was the guy's name that was in that scene? Because that was Chris, and then he had the two younger dudes. The one of the dudes was the dude from Bronx Tale, the guy that played Cologeno in Bronx Tale, right? That actor. I forgot what his name is. But yeah, I actually saw him. I saw him recently in the Apple store. He was like in there with his kids, and he had a crazy, like just a lot of stuff that went on with him. He was, heavy into drugs, and he ended up he had went on like a crackhead robbery with a friend of his, and the friend ended up getting killed, and I think he got shot and went to jail for for home invasion. Did his time and all of that, came back out. Like he's back out now, but he just went through a lot of shit. And he's a good actor. Like he was in a lot of good movies. That's funny that you mentioned that because it's like as soon as you mentioned that, I thought about him. Yep. Right, the Babalakwa dude. Right. Yeah, I forgot his name in real life. Hold up, I gotta get his name. I forgot his name. Yeah, but he's a cool dude though. Very cool dude, especially considering everything that he went through. Real humble, Can't remember this dude's name, man. Lilo, that's his name. Lilo Brancato, that's his name. Yep. Yeah, he played the Babalakwa kid in Sopranos. Yep, that was funny. Remember the guy? Yeah, matter of fact, I think they took hot coffee and threw it on one of the dudes. When he was one of the interns or one of the apprentices there was like, yeah, they were asking like, what is he doing? He wasn't promoting the stock that they told him to, the Wabistics, and he was promoting something else. And he trying to explain why he's not promoting it. He was like, well, Wabistics has no earnings, and it's basically on the pink sheets. It's not a legitimate company. And he took hot coffee and just threw it on them. And then they just rocked him. They just beat him up. I know that that's just, it's so shallow and stupid, but it's funny when you see it. Sopranos be cracking me up. That shit is crazy. Walker said, these selfish customers distracted me from my live. Can't wait till I can fire these customers. This is good stuff as always, no doubt. Yeah, man, a little bit of story time today. Just a little bit. Yeah, definitely a great episode. Yep, definitely. That's so crazy. It's so funny. I was watching The Sopranos today. I was watching Paulie Walnuts. Paulie is crazy. He's funny with all of his bullshit and his shenanigans. Yep, he is a trip. All right, so NADEX right now is closed, but it's gonna reopen at 6. I'll probably come back on around 6:30 to 7 and take a look at the market again. But the EU is looking real good just now before the close. So that's definitely a good sign. We're gonna see what comes out of that though. Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. So today's topic was awesome. It just ain't, it's no comparison to any other business, in my opinion, when it comes to trading. Trading is just it. You can't compare nothing to it. And you can't compare it to anything else. Best thing out, man. Eddie, you still on here? Let me see if Eddie's still here. He might have left. He might have stepped away. Eddie Hoops, you still on the live stream? Joel said coffee is for closers. I'm just reading that. Oh, snap. That's funny. Oh, man. Oh, excuse me. Yep, and another thing that I like a whole lot about the NADEX platform is the business model that they're using, because I know that one of the concerns for me in Forex, Charlie, what's up, man? One of my biggest concerns used to be the broker. Like brokers used to be robbing, like, you know, like I'm talking about on the retail side, which is what we do. If you have a brokerage account, that you a retail customer, right? So on the retail side of things, Forex brokers in the past have had a lot of different ways to cheat customers. And that's one of the issues that I used to always have. I used to always have to deal with that shit. When you profitable and you actually making money from your trades, the broker, if they are a legitimate broker, you ain't gonna have no issues, right? If they doing sneaky shit to try to get your account, it's because they're taking trades against you. They're taking the opposite side of the trades that you're taking. You know, this is where like a lot of different stop hunts and spikes and stuff on different platforms with different brokers. You'll see different spikes and you're like, what was that? You'll just see a spike, like a price spike. It'll go to one price and then come right back. they are stop hunting on their platform. And what they do is they clear out a lot of stops that way, which ultimately means that they are pulling money from individuals' accounts through that mechanism. It's cheating. So this was a major issue that I used to run into with brokers, right? So with NADEX, we don't have that issue because NADEX is not taking the other side of your trade. Like, it's an exchange. It's just you and whoever else is trading with the opposite idea that you have. So, for example, if I'm buying the market right now on this current binary, and you're looking at the market, you're like, nah, I'm gonna sell this. I'm gonna get a good risk reward. I'm gonna risk 20 to make $80 on this trade. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, I'm taking this trade. This is the market is giving me this because I understand the market and yada yada yada. When I take the trade, I'm taking the trade against you. You got the opposite idea as me. You think the market is going to go up. I know that the market is going to remain where it is and stay underneath the strike. If you beat me, you get the $80 that I'm risking. If I beat you, I'm going to take your $20 that you risking. You see? So NADEX is in the middle and they collect a fee from both of us just for facilitating the trade. So NADEX is in the middle as the platform, right? And they don't care what you're doing. They don't care that you took that trade. They don't care that he took that trade. You'll battle it out. Every time that you'll fight, I'm going to collect my fee because I'm Don King. So NADEX is Don King in the background. You understand? That's the model that they're using. They're an exchange. All they're doing is facilitating the transaction between you and whoever you're trading against. Everything is built in already to the trade. Everything's built into the contracts. You know the scale of $100. Contract at $100. Whatever you risking, if you win the trade, you'll profit whatever the difference is between the amount that you're risking and $100, and vice versa for whoever's on the other side. So all the risk reward traders, they're like, all right, well, man, I'm gonna risk 20 to make 80. Man, if I make it on this trade, I'm gonna make $80. Only problem is you ain't gonna make $80 if you trading against me. I'm gonna take your $20 every time I trade. So that's the dynamic. You understand what I'm saying? So there's no incentive for NADEX to engage in what we doing. We battling it out, and one of us gonna be right and one of us gonna be wrong. Either way, NADEX makes a fee. And that model is such a long-term business model to have because that means that you don't have to concern yourself with what nobody's doing. I just want to see y'all trade more. This is what NADEX is doing in the background. You're getting traded out. You see? So I love that about NADEX. That's one of the reasons why I can always use my past experience with the Forex brokers to kind of give you insight as to why I don't trade Forex now. That's one of the reasons why I stopped, is because they used to be taking, the other side of your trades and doing all type of unscrupulous shit. And it wasn't just me. It obviously was discovered because every broker that I used to do business with in the US that was at the time regulated and located in the US, they are no longer here. All of them are gone. And I'm talking about the three big ones: FXCM, FXDD, and the other one is Gain Capital. They out of here. They're not doing business in the US anymore. Proof that what I used to be talking about with the unscrupulous shit that they do, they got found out. They got caught in the middle of doing all of that shit. Nope. Y'all can't do business here at all now. So, NADEX regulated here in the US, right in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Doing business right here, doing business the way that they should. You make money, you make a withdrawal, money's in your account. No issues with withdrawals. No issues getting you understand what I'm saying? We're positioning this as a business. Awesome platform to be able to trade on, and a great company to be able to do business with, because they're doing business the right way. They're doing good business. Telling you, man. Telling you. People don't know what they got. Yep, folks don't know what they got, man. Walker said, I believe I saw that literally happen in the silver markets the other day. It was 2,000 pips of back and forth in a very short period of time. Very interesting to watch. It was either that or massive buying and selling resulting from the FOMC. Yeah, and that's another thing that they'll do. They'll use news to do those spikes. That way they can blame it on the news. They'll wait for news events to do spikes. And then they'll say, oh no, well, that just was activity from non-farm payroll. Be like, non-farm pay, like, motherfucker, 300 pips? Then you look at it, the movement on another broker or on another feed, and it don't be 300 pips. It'd be like 50. And you'd be like, well, why is it 300 pips on this broker? Like, what y'all doing? You see what I'm saying? That's the type of sneaky shit that they'll do. They'll wait for news reports, and they already can see your stop losses if you put your stop losses inside of your trade when you place a trade, especially if you're using MT4. Because, like, you know, usually people will put their stop losses in there, a hard stop. So if you got a hard stop in there, they can see it. They see where all the stops are. If they want to take your account, bloop, real quick spike. Like, let's get them real quick. And they'll take hundreds of people's accounts, just like that. You know, and that's no way to do business, but that's what the sneaky ones be doing, man. You know, which was one of the things that turned me off about Forex. The fact that you couldn't find a good broker to do business with when you profitable. You know what I'm saying? You already doing what you're doing and doing what you're supposed to do to make money. And here they are trying to take your money, doing sneaky shit like that. So that's one of the things that I had to deal with. And one of the reasons why I kind of never went back to Forex, you know? And don't get me wrong, that's not to say that that's what goes on now. I'm giving you my past experience. That's what actually happened to me with the brokers that I mentioned, which are no longer doing business in the US. So I'm kind of like giving you background and insight as to why they're not doing business here anymore. That's why. They got caught out there doing sneaky shit. Yep. Shawnee said, NADEX deposit and withdrawals don't have a pair. Super fast, easy withdrawals is the best. Thank God for NADEX. Come on, man. Like, that's a fact. I'm telling you, that's a fact. Charlie said, I really need to be in. Let's get it. They said to widen the spreads and type ish. Yeah, the brokers be doing that, man. Exactly. Widening the spreads. That's another one. I ain't even mentioned that one. Like, they be widening the spreads. Like, I understand spreads get wide during news. I understand that. But they spreads be ridiculous at times. Like, totally ridiculous. Like on the euro. Like, why the euro got a 50 pip spread? Your normal spread is 0.5. You got a 50 pip spread just because the producer price index is coming out? You sound crazy. That's what they be doing, man. Sneaky shit. Yep, sneaky shit. Yeah, man. But this was another good live, as usual. Another awesome live. I did like how the market was looking, the EU, before the market closed. So we're going to see if it comes back kind of looking the same way. I'm thinking that it probably will. And if that's the case, we're going to see what it do. See if we get one off this week. Yep. Ernest said brokers operate from self-interest point of view. It's just business up to the trader to educate themselves or take up the you know what. Indeed. Yep. Yep. I know what I did when I found out that they was just doing that and that was it. I left. I was like, I just I'm not gonna trade nowhere yet. And there was like a time period where I didn't have a Forex broker at all. And this went on actually for quite a while. And then I discovered NADEX. So it's funny how shit works out, but shit works out. You know what I'm saying? And when I discovered NADEX and put NADEX through the fire and they proved themselves, I was like, yeah. This is different. Yep. Ernest said you can get the same Toyota at different prices from different dealers in the same city. That's brokers. Indeed. Yep. And you can also get financing from different bankers with the same dealers. So it's like it's a lot of little intricacies that you're gonna have to deal with just for one transaction. Yep, you're right about that. Sometimes you'll find a broker that got great spreads and all of that shit, but they chop you when it's time to make a withdrawal. I know some of y'all ran into brokers like that, right? You did your thing in the market, you traded, you make your money, and then now they got all type of excuses when you go to make a withdrawal. Oh, you can't withdraw more than this. What? Can't withdraw what? Who? Man, if you don't give me my money, like, don't make me come to Cyprus, man. You'd be like, yo, don't make me hop on a plane to Cyprus to come for you. For real. That shit out of here. Be on the plane. Oh, shit. Ernest said some brokers shut down in the middle of volatility while traders are live. Mm-hmm. Yep. Shawnee said he blew mad accounts in Forex because the account size was too small. I was always looking for 100 to 200 pips because my accounts were small as shit. All of that, man. All of that. Tough times. Switch my shades. All right, y'all. Let me get up out of here. I'm about to step outside, so I got to adjust my shades. Got to adjust my shit. Ernest said 5 minutes from non-farm payroll, cut trading. They're like, F you and your live trades. Yeah, man. Yep, you know them vibes, them broker vibes. Yo, I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. I'll see everybody on training tomorrow. For everybody else on YouTube. IG, I'm out. Peace, Charlie. All right, y'all.